There we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, okay. Is it working? Yeah, I don't know why it says it stopped, but it's not. Okay. Okay, so let's see. I might. That's weird. Why is it set up that way? That doesn't feel like that's set up wrong. Anyway, my apologies. Let's start with this. Okay, so this is what I have. Okay. Okay, cool. But before I get into that, could do a little warm up. So let's hide that stuff for right now. Okay. Oh, are you not cooperating with me right now? Let's see. Nope. 1 second. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Had to fix my pen. My tablet wasn't reacting. Okay, so let's see. Someone has been asking for Eek the cat. So we're just gonna warm up with drawing of Eek the cat. Let's see, real quick. Is that over? So it looks like he's typically naked. So there's that. Okay. Because some of them he has shirt on, some of them he has pants and shirt. We're gonna go with Naked Eek the cat. Because that seems to be most of the pictures are that. Let's just. He's a lot of circles. He has no neck also, is interesting. Like a lot of the larger characters, I guess, they don't really have necks. So yeah, just start this little warm up. Not too worried about being super correct on any of this. He's not even drawn that, like, I don't want to say he's not drawn well, but he's not. It's got the typical four-finger thing going on for cartoons. We'll give him a little bit there. Something kind of like that. There we go. He's got his tail. It's got weird. Well, his ears are more like dog ears, which is kind of interesting. His eyes come up pretty large. Okay. Okay. Get this rough thing going, and for whatever reason they give him the belly button. Alright. So let's go one layer above that. Let's get black going. Okay. So and he's like a pinkish gray. That's not too hard to figure out, I guess. So I just used the same kind of pose they had him in a lot of the things there. There, that's not too bad. Okay. There, that's not bad. Okay, we got nose, this general vicinity. Again, this is just kind of like a quick warm-up. I'm not trying to spend an hour or anything on this. Not to say I don't want to do a good job, just saying I'm not going to spend forever on this. Man, that is going to... Let's try going opposite direction. That's almost it right there. I just want, yeah, more of a... Since he is a cat, I want more of that dip there. There. We've got the... No. Those are actually pretty well done, I feel like. These are way too high up. strange whiskers. Let's see. Get a little bit of fur there. Yeah, so this one would be kind of the thumb. Never really did care for the four-finger thing. Always, like, it looks right, but it always feels weird drawing it. I really hate that. I really do. Let's do, put it right here. We'll go cross it. Again, it's going to be the thumb. I hate when the something kind of like that. The general idea. Let's start over here. That was actually a good one. All right. And again, they didn't really, it doesn't look like they really tried when they were like drawing him, because from the picture, unless the idea was to make him look like he had two different size legs, like, I don't know. Like, if that was the idea, they nailed it, but somehow it just doesn't feel like that was the idea they were going for. No, let's fix that. Almost. There. That's better. Let's hide that for right now. Okay. Now we can go through and we can kind of get rid of some of this, the overlap that I don't want. Hey, how's it going? Just doing a quick warm-up, finally getting to someone's request for a very weird character. I'm good. I had never heard of this character. I don't know if you have, but it's Eek the cat. And honestly, it looks like a 10-year-old was in charge of designing the character. But I don't know. That's me. That's my thought on that. I don't know. I could be very wrong. I mean, the show could be good, but like I'm using kind of what I saw, and from the look of it, he's got 2 different size legs, and that was because that's what I saw in the design. It looked like he had 2 different size legs, which is interesting. And again, I don't know if that was intentional or what, but you know, I generally wouldn't give one of my characters 2 different size legs intentionally, unless like they had an accident and were missing part of a leg. Maybe that's what happened. No, I want that to go the other way, actually. Whatever. Let's do the teeth. But someone was comparing it to Courage the Cowardly Dog, so I guess if they were kind of doing that same thing, a weird, like over the top kind of off style would work very well with that, but you know, it is what it is. I want to make short film badly. I need to train if I ever want to be a film director. Okay. What kind of stuff do you want to do? Like, what kind of film do you want to shoot? Obviously, you have to like account for budget, which I assume is basically nothing, and stuff like that, but I mean, you can pretty much do anything you want. And again, I'm not gonna spend too much more time on this. This is kind of a warm-up, and it's not a well done character, in my opinion. I'm sure the show is great. I'm sure it is just wonderful, but again, like it just doesn't seem like they put a lot of effort into the design. Well, there you go. Touch. Um, kind of there. No, brush. But what kind of movies do you like? What kind of stuff are you interested in? Let's do that. And let's move this. So we can kind of get this thing going here. The person who directed the last short was way too nice and people slacked up most of the time. That's what I've been told. I'll make a great director. I want to see this happen. Well, yeah. Yeah, you can't be afraid to be the bad guy sometimes. Some people aren't ready to do that. Okay, so let's ISO that. And I'm spending way more time than I should on this. But again, guy asked for this specifically, just waited pretty patiently as well, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. Murder stories and sci-fi. Sci-fi is high budget, so sci-fi can be low budget. You'd be surprised. It's not gonna look great, but I mean, if you've ever seen Doctor Who, I mean, that started low budget. Daleks are essentially salt shakers with plungers on them. Which, I mean, now they're super iconic and it's amazing, but like back in the day, like that, they had no budget for any special effects. And you can make a lot of stuff with, like, I don't know, if you know someone who like makes things, you can kind of get a little help there, but yeah. Okay. But yeah, sci-fi, low budget sci-fi is not nearly as cool as high budget sci-fi. But you can do low budget sci-fi and still have a good time. Oh wow, yeah. That would be helpful. And wow, you have someone who does CGI? I think you could probably do sci-fi. As long as you keep the CGI kind of low. Low expectations on the CGI, you could probably do a pretty fun sci-fi project, I feel like. I mean, if you look at like one of my all-time favorite sci-fi would be Firefly. Doctor Who is really good, but like Firefly is one of my all-time favorites because it's basically a space western. If you've never seen Firefly, it only got one season, but it is absolutely amazing, and I highly suggest you watch it. And it was so, like, people loved it so much. I don't know if you know any of this or not already. Maybe you do. But people loved it so much, they like somehow got the rights to make a movie. Like, fans bullied Fox into giving them the rights to make the Serenity movie, which is insane, just insane. Okay, so there we have the cat. Not saying it's amazing, but neither is the original. So I apologize if it's rough, but I did do it. So if you pop into this stream at some point, I will pop that back up. But Now we're on to, whoops, not that layer. We could delete that layer actually. I don't need that, and it's gonna clutter up my stuff. We're on this. Okay, I need to start working out the line work on this. I have learned anything, if I've learned anything from Star Wars, it's to film a tiny explosion. That's a good one. Michael Bay would be proud. Explosions. Yeah. You could definitely do like a lower budget sci-fi for sure. It's not crazy. And you can make it look good if you put the time and effort in. It's the other thing. Like, it's not just, oh, you could probably do it. You can do it. If it's what you want, you'll figure it out. It might take a while to like get everything the way you like it and all that, but it can be done for sure. Okay, so but yeah, I'll help you work through ideas if you want. You just gotta tell me what you want. What you really want. A super cool explosion effect that I would love to do is the firecracker in the fish tank. Star Wars did it. Yeah, they did some incredible work. I'm not gonna lie. I am a huge fan of Star Wars. Faux show. Okay, and I'm going to be working on this. Oops. So I will try to be on top of like answering you as well. Okay, no. That was almost it. There we go. Oh, shrimp toast. Thank you for the ice cream. I appreciate that. And the lemon. It's very kind of you. Thank you very much. And a nut. Wow. Thank you. Really appreciate all of the stuff. That's awesome. That's an interesting name, shrimp toast. Okay, and then that's going to pull pretty heavily on that. So that's going to be pretty smooth. Dig the name, shrimp toast. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna, yeah, go like that. Do that a little bit. One of the things that's kind of a downside to Photoshop is a lot of the times it will kind of do what it wants and make my stuff full. Thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping in, and I appreciate the donations. It's awesome. Thank you very much. All right, so let's see. I'm liking the jacket outline so far. It's looking pretty good. The thing I'm worried about is this bit right here. I need to figure that out. Okay. Yeah, so let's do. I kind of want it. Right now I have it here. And it kind of comes up. And oops. Let's see. Okay, so let's just do connection right there for right now. So it does that. That actually needs to come down though. Let's kill that. Okay, so it's coming. I switched that, but whatever. Come down. Ooh, I kind of dig that. Okay. I could go for salmon and shrimp toast right about now. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I kind of dig that. Okay, might curve it a little bit more though, like there. Okay, I think I'll leave that for right now. That's pretty good. Okay, this is gonna have. Actually, let's do square strap kind of situation. I think would be kind of neat. Got that. Okay, so it's gonna give it straps because I kind of dig that look. And I think the straps will kind of push it more the way I want to. Yeah. I feel like our bodies don't really like new things, especially if you go from like nothing to trying something like brand new, and it's kind of an intense workout. Definitely doesn't like that. So I'd say keep at it if you enjoy the idea, and if you don't, you know, stop. But yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Most like martial arts styles are gonna be difficult to just jump right into, for sure. All right. Yeah, I kind of like that strap across. I think I want to move this one a little closer though. It matches a little bit better, I think, there. Oh, wow. That's impressive. I definitely cannot do that. At least not to my knowledge, and I don't think it would be a great idea for me to try that without some kind of supervision. And probably a lot of trying stretching and all that fun stuff. Okay, so let's do. No, I want. All right, that I'm digging. And let's see. I might lose the headband on this one. My last one had a headband. I don't know, we'll see. Actually, let's note that. We're gonna go like right up here, put it almost right up to the knee, because he's coming down. Nice. I used to shoot pretty regularly when I was younger. I have not shot a gun in quite some time though. But I was a decent shot myself, I would say. No. That's an idea. I don't know if I could do the whole bald head thing. That might be a little much for myself. But if you like it, you go for it. This is a pretty awesome game series though. And honestly, the movie wasn't that bad. Well, the two different movies, but I don't think I saw the newer one, but the Timothy Oliphant one wasn't too bad. And I like him, he's a pretty good actor. Okay. I'm gonna have to go in and clean those up, but yeah. Let's see. So eyes would be in this area. I don't know. Headband, no headband. Maybe change up the headband, make it more of a yeah. Certainly a possibility at this point. That's not terrible. I don't love it, but it's not terrible. Okay, got that. Clean that up. Yeah. It's not great, that's for sure. Clean that up a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to move this up a touch. So let's do that. Get to curve more on the bottom. Oh, whoops. Nope. Yeah. I must say tensions are definitely high for all of that. Let's see. Okay, so I dig that. Really need to figure out the hair situation. Actually, maybe I'll just, okay. No, not that one. Yeah. Yeah. Positive thinking. Something kind of like that. I think that's not too bad. We can lasso that and make it a little bit bigger too. Squeeze it a little bit. Let's put it right there. I think that looks pretty decent. We're making our way through this. This is good. Doing some good work. Okay. Yeah, we could do that right there. Give it a little bit. Like that. Really need to figure out the hands now. I mean, I also need to figure out kind of the face, but you know, whatever. Whoops. I've got the eraser still. Okay, so on this, since it is going to be more of a head wrap situation, let's do this. Whoops. There we go. Erase that a little bit on the outside. Need to probably. Oh yeah, that was the warm up. Ditch that. Okay. So we still need these for the hands, general area of the hands there. Okay, so it's going to be okay, so but basically it's going to be like that and this. Okay, whatever happened there. Basically the same thing, just the opposite direction. The thumb is going to be coming around the outside, or the inside, whatever. something like that. Then we'll figure out what kind of knives or whatever he's holding in a minute. Okay, so that's that. His eyes are going to be in this general area. So now we've got this setup. I feel like it's not too bad, not too shabby. Go through kind of, whoops, way far in there, but whoops. I hate that little tail thing that happens on some of this. Oh, no. There we go. Nope. All right. All right. There we go. Get that. Oops. Okay. Just gonna go through and clean these up now. So that's super fun. But these lines are a lot smoother than the last one I was working on, which is nice. Sometimes things work out a little bit better the second time you do. Okay. I do want a little bit more life on this though. Let's stitch that. So let's do, nope. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Somewhere right there. That's not too bad. Scared me for a second there. Alright, let's switch. New. There we go. Okay, we're getting places with this, at least. We're making some progress. Alright, I'm not really worried about eyes because they're not the eyes I'm using or anything, so whoops. Nope. There we go. Oh, come on, man. No. No. Stop it. I think maybe something was just delivered and my dogs are losing their minds. Hey! Specifically, the one that is not in the room is barking. And the one that is in the room is making that noise. Which honestly is a new noise I've never heard her make before. She's moaned, but she's never made that specific moan, which is new. So that's kind of fun. Hana! Stop. Yeah, probably a delivery. I'm hearing a large vehicle go by. So that's my assumption at this point. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I want that to be under that. Okay. Now we're going to like that. Strap is a little thin compared to the other ones. We'll say it's being pulled a little bit more because the tension would be a little bit higher there. So that's what I'm going with right now. I might go in and change that later. One thing I am going to have to think about when I'm doing the color on this is the tension on the jacket, on these buckles. because it would not be sitting just like nice and flat and stuff near these, especially with the tension that's on the jacket to begin with. Let's see. Do that there. Let's hit that. Oops. Whoops, too far. So those buckles would be pulling the jacket, especially with the amount of tension on this one. It would really be pulling up there. Things to think about while you're working. Thank you, Photoshop. It's actually doing relatively well today, which is kind of surprising. I think it's because I don't have as many layers on this as I did the last thing I was working on, so that's kind of nice. Gives it a little bit of a break, at least for now. Oh, too far. There we go. Okay. I'll worry about that later. I do want to give that a better. Yeah, there we go. Oops. Oops. There we go. All right. Ooh, no. Okay, real quick, we're just going to do that. Going to hit that. Come on. There we go. Now we're going to connect these. All right. We are making our way through this. It is slow and somewhat tedious, but we're getting there. All right. Oh, don't like that. Okie dokie. Oops. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Okay. That up. That. Yes. Okay. Let's bump this. Just bump it up a little bit like that. Oops. No. Okay, so now we are doing pretty well. It's already been an hour, pretty much. A little bit over an hour, but okay. So now let's go here. Let's kind of try smooth these out a little bit. Okay, that's where we're gonna run into a problem. Well, not as big of a problem as I thought it was going to be. It actually went fairly well. Okay, this. Let's see. Nope. There we go. All right. Go. Smooth that out. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to make something kind of like that. There's a lot to clean up here. All right, there we go. There we go. Bump the outline up a touch. I want this to come, oops, this to come out. Yes, like that. Okay, and then Yeah, we'll do that right there. Okay. Right. Something right there. Let's cut right there, actually. There we go. Better. Get this figured out. There we go. Nope, too far. Make our way back up. Oh. Something like that. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Something kind of like that. All right. So let's see. Pretty much this entire section is done. So it's the face, the hands, the head, bandana thingamajig. Woo! think we're doing pretty darn good. Okay. So the thing I gotta figure out is let's see, finger. So let's go with, let's get rid of that. All right, I think that looks pretty darn good. I'd adjust that thumb a touch, and obviously the fingers kind of need to adjust on it. Oops. All right, so we've got that. That looks real bad. Not even gonna pretend that's real bad. So let's see. I already did this. Let's do. Don't want like curved blade situation. Kind of like something kind of like that, maybe. That looks kind of cool. I like that. That's interesting. Why didn't that one come through? Well, sorry, I didn't see that one. For some reason it did not go through on my thing. Okay. Well, if you headed out, I apologize. I would have said goodbye. But it did not pop up on my like restream chat thingamajig. It popped up in this other chat, but I don't really look at that one unless it's red saying someone said something that according to the chat bot shouldn't. But anyway, sorry I missed that, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you come back next time. So I think I'm gonna roll with this type of bladed weapon. I like that. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty solid. Okay, so hit that, and then it's gonna kind of curve back. Hit that, curve back. Hit that, curve back. Back. Okay, just kind of. Something kind of like that. Looks a little bit better than this one. Okay, so let's see there, and kind of curve back, and curve back, and curve back. Something like that. Okay, so we got that kind of figured out. It looks really, really terrible on that one for whatever reason. This one looks pretty good actually, so I might have to copy and paste that. In fact, let's just kind of get that going right now. So, and then Control D. Flip horizontal. There we go. Benefits of having digital. Working digitally does definitely help a lot. Okay, so let's do that for right now. Drop down to this layer. We're going to. Actually, I don't want to really erase that. I like the way that looks. Just don't love this hand. This wonky, weird hand that I have made. All right. Okay, so now let's grab that and we're going to put it in here. Let's see. Do you want to go that way? A little straighter on that? Yeah, it should be like right there. So, okay, and then let's, looks like maybe, no. With the diagonal, there we go. Shrink it a touch. That looks pretty darn good. Okay. Enter, bust up eraser. Erase. Oops, we're on the wrong layer there. So let's erase this. Okay. Yeah, something like that. That's not too bad. Yeah. And we'll have to spin that a little bit. Oops. Nope. Okay. So it's on a separate layer. Let's rotate that. So yeah, it has to be like right there. Something like that. There we go. Got a very different orientation. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, I think that matches a little bit better actually. Okay, so then pop another one up, and then flip horizontally, and then we drag it over here. Rotate that sucker. Put it like right there. That's not too bad. I think it looks pretty good actually. Okay, so we've got those. Let's go ahead and merge those down and put those at like 40%. Yeah. Drop. Let's see, is it that one? Yes. Okay. Don't need that line. Actually, no. kinda. Yeah, no. Like that a little bit more. Oh, that's actually that layer. Nope. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Definitely gonna have to go in and clean these up a lot. But they're looking real good. A lot, whoops. A lot better than they were. Okay, so there's that. What is this? That's that hand. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, let's merge those layers. New layer. Put over the top. Whatever. Okay. That's almost what I want. Oops. Okay, actually I should let's do that. And then we've got let's do it like right there. Let's do that. Okay, I think that's good. Let's check. Okay. A little bit of dust on green. Okay. Not bad. Oops. Zoom in. There we go. Let's do it. Thanks. Okay, oops. right. And let's see. That. I mean, if anyone is a Naruto fan, you've probably seen something very, very, very similar to this, but definitely not trying to say I invented this in any way. It's a much more simplified version. Doesn't have the knuckle spikes on it, just a flat protective. Guard. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Guard. Okay. So got that. I'll give it. It's gonna have like a wrap to it. Oops. Make it more comfortable to hold, kind of situation. But dang, that looks good. Let's see. Definitely not there. There we go. Oh. Actually, let's, for the fun of it, go one layer up so I don't have to worry about keeping that tip super clean, so I can fix it. I can fix it in post. Oops, I'm a little bit too far. That right there, let's carve it back a little bit more. Might be what I'm looking for. It's a little too far. That's not half bad. Something kind of like that. Hit it right. There. Get in there. Shrink that. Ooh, sorry. Piece of one. A little straighter. Why does it have a little bump right there? No bump. There, that's not too bad. Okay, so now I can merge layers and then fatigue. Oopsie. Nope. Slice it. There we go. Flip horizontal. Drag this over here. Size it up a touch. Actually, no. Undo. Horizontal. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Close. Pretty darn close. Twisted a touch. Step up a little bit. Should be over. Right there. Okay, so maybe I should. Oops. Okay, so let's slightly increase the size. Slightly increase the size again. But come on, Photoshop. There we go. Okay. Whoa. Okay. We're very close here. Okay, give it a second. Okay. Just a little bit more. Okay. All right. Let me just increase that. Go back over here. Gee, let's. All right. All right, I'm digging that a lot. Okay, so we've got that worked out. The hands are. We could work on the hands for sure. But overall, I think we're looking pretty solid on this. Yeah, that can go now. Delete that there. I think those look like some pretty nasty knives there, for sure. Okay, and we need to put in a line there. Why is there no? Yeah, to, for whatever reason, there's no line right here. Here. No, actually that makes no sense whatsoever. Zoom this out. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. Like there's actually a human body under there, and not some alien weird creature that's missing half of its torso underneath the thing. Alright. Let's clean that up real quick and then call it for today. All right. There's our mostly done line work. Need to finish the bandana, hands, and the eyes on the face essentially. Put in some hair, I guess, but for the most part, pretty well done. All right. All right. I just want to say thank you to everyone who stopped in and checked what was up. I had a great time. Got a lot done, I feel like. quite a bit at least. And line work is generally one of the harder parts of a drawing, at least for me. I mean, light and color, a whole nother story, but as far as like time consuming line work, trying to clean it up, keep it crisp, definitely takes a lot of time. Lighting is, at some point, I just kind of do whatever, but yeah, line work is super noticeable because you don't always have to light all of your work. You could just leave it at flat colors, but you kind of have to have line work. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but for this style, you kind of, line work is important. Anyway, thank you very much to everyone who stopped in and chatted with me, and or just came in and watched. That's totally awesome too. I really appreciate that. I'll be here again Monday, so come see what's up on Monday. It'll probably be generally same kind of stuff. Working on line work for probably another one of these type of drawings, because I have a commission going for some work right now, so fortunately can't really do a whole lot of like stuff for people right now because I've got this going on, but at some point that'll be all done and then we'll get back to drawing other stuff. Maybe I'll have a day where we have requests. Anyway, really appreciate everyone stopping in, and I hope to see you next time. Tell your friends, your family. My social media stuff is down here. My YouTube, my Instagram, and below that my Twitter. And then my Facebook art page is over there too. Really appreciate everyone stopping in and seeing what's up, saying hi. I really appreciate the donations from Shrimp Toast. Thank you very much. Those are always appreciated, and it's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. And hopefully I'll see you again. So yeah, Monday. I'll be back Monday. And I'll see you guys later.